Broken Metabo hammer. This one has actually failed because of a common problem, a fault that keeps coming up time and time again. And this is how you actually fix it. So this is the Metabo MHEV 5 BL Brushless 5 kg hammer. This is hammer only, no rotary mode. And this is a recurring problem with them. Now luckily the problem is not in the motor, it's a very simple problem up in here. The motor itself running fine, not a problem there. And the actual hammer mechanism is working perfectly. That's not the problem. The problem is just the chisel, which is locked in to hammer mode. The chisel should be stationary. When you put it over to neutral, the chisel should rotate so you can adjust the angle. Problem with these particular ones is they have a plastic gear inside, and after a while it strips out and the chisel just keeps on spinning. Very annoying if you're trying to chisel out, especially for the wider chisel and you want it set at one angle. When it keeps spinning around, it's just a bit of a torture. Luckily this is an easy fix and it just requires one or two little parts. So this is how you fix it. First of all, unplug the thing and get off the side handle. Now, apart from this problem, this particular Metabo hammer is actually quite a nice machine. Good power of it, good reliability, and she's actually nice and light because of the brushless motor. And the motor itself gives next to no trouble whatsoever. This is the main problem with it, unless it's going to need a service. So take off the handle, take off the cap and the sleeve. Clipped on here. Get that off. Just get them out of the way. One screw up on here. Pull off your plastic cover. And you've got 4 bolts here to take off this here hammer pipe. Slide this all out, hammer and all. Inside, you'll see this has already been modified. There's an actual O-ring sitting on top of the sleeve. I actually put that on myself. It's already broken, so we'll replace that. That's to act as a packer to help this. And this is the problem. This here plastic ring. Give her a wee clean and we can see what the problem is. It's a plastic sleeve for locking the rotation. And eventually the meshing metal teeth in here start to slip and eat away the plastic ring. So you can see here it's all chewed away. There's nothing left to lock this ring in place. So we need to replace that. Now this is the part we need. Locking sleeve, and that's the way it's meant to look. Flat gear teeth on top, not pointed ones. So that is the first step in fixing this thing. The second step is what we first took out, this O-ring that was in, because this is a recurring problem. It's a recurring problem because it's a design fault from Metabo. There's not enough travel in this gear lever to fully engage this here gear. So the meshing gears inside of here are not getting the full way in. They're only touching the top, which eventually causing them to slip and wear out. To get them to engage better, you need to stick an O-ring into this thing. So this plastic sleeve is locking into the aluminium body. This metal sleeve is locking in to the tool holder here. So this is fixed and this is fixed. Whenever the two come together, they lock in and they fix the chisel rotation to the hammer, the aluminium hammer housing. Whenever you put it into neutral mode then, these separate and the two are free to move, but this is always locked. So to get this locking more, we just need a little bit more travel on the selector inside. That's all the O-rings for. Any size O-ring is going to do, just something with a snug fit. There's a little fork inside that presses against here for sliding it back and forth. You just want to give it a little bit more travel to fully lock into these here plastic teeth. That is going to cure your problem. Keep this thing hammering and locking in for longer. So put your O-ring on, we'll get this rebuilt. But first, we'll also just give it a wee quick clean. Now, that's it all nice and clean. Time to reassemble. Now this is just a nice quick way to get it up and running again. You could also wash the whole thing out, change the O-rings on it, but there's a lot more stripping down than that. This is just how you quickly get the chisel locking in again by replacing these parts. Stick your plastic locking sleeve on, your metal sleeve on top. Reinstall it then. Make sure your piston centered. You just slide the two halves together. Hammer pipe on. Reinstall your sleeve. Screw to hold it on, and then rebuild your tool holder. And that should be it. One working Metabo hammer runs, and now locks the chisel. So Metabo, if you're watching, time you fix this recurrent fault, either make this here longer or improve the travel on this here lever so that it locks in correctly and doesn't strip out so often. That is how you fix the chisel lock on your Metabo Brushless 5 hammer. A nice, cheap and easy repair you could easily do at home. Now that's her up and running. Time to get her back to work.